We're about to do something really exciting. We are now going to duplicate an animation using the pick whip. Doesn't that sound fun? The Starburst layer includes the bevel and emboss layer style from Photoshop. We're going to animate the bevel, which makes the Starburst appear backlit so that it lights up as the marquee does. To do this, we're going to use the pick whip to duplicate the animation you just created. You can use the pick whip to create expressions that link the values of one property or effect to another. In this case, we're going to link the opacity of the lit marquee layer to the depth property of the bevel and emboss effect in the Starburst layer. That sounds really complicated, I know, but it's really not. So press the home key. We want to get this back to the beginning, or you can just drag it across. Expand the Starburst layer. So click right here to expand the Starburst, and then expand layer styles, bevel and emboss properties. If necessary, enlarge the timeline panel so you can see the lit marquee and Starburst properties. I can't see that, so I am going to drag this up to where I can see everything now. So you'll probably have to do that as well. Make sure the opacity property is still visible for the lit marquee, which you can see mine is, yours should be. Click the pick whip icon on the depth property name for the Starburst layer. So right here, here's the depth, here's your pick width, and we're going to drag it to the opacity property and let it go. When you do that, the pick whip snaps and the depth property is red. You can see how right now that is red. Expand the depth property for the Starburst layer, so click right here, and you can see right over here it tells you this comp layer, lit marquee, transform, opacity, blah blah blah. So that means that the opacity value from the lit marquee layer replaces the previous depth value for the Starburst layer. Drag the current time indicator from 0 to 4 and notice the opacity value for the marquee. See how it all is doing it at the same time? Isn't that amazing? The area around the Starburst and the marquee light bulbs brighten in sync. Hide the properties for all layers to keep the timeline panel tidy. And then drag this back down to where it normally is so you can see everything better. We are now going to learn how to use a track mat to confine animation. Text should scroll across the bottom of the marquee, but only in the black field. We'll animate the text and then create a track mat to confine it to the designated area so it appears to be an electronic ticker. The text should start scrolling after the marquee lights up, and it should continue scrolling until the end of the clip. So on the timeline panel, select the scroll text layer, go to 410, press Alt in the left bracket, and that will set the end point to 410. The text is going to now appear at 410 shortly after the marquee is fully lit. With the scroll text layer selected, press P to reveal its position property. Change the position property to 4994 and 1106. Only the first character of the text appears in the black ticker area. You see that the W is the only thing there. Click the stopwatch icon to create the initial keyframe. Go to 9:29. That's the last frame in the clip. Change the position to 462 and 2121. After Effects creates a keyframe. The last character in the text is visible in the ticker field. Press the space bar to preview. World premiere, March 10 through 20. Tickets available February 15. Alright, press space bar again to end it. We're now going to create the track mat. The text scrolls well, but it overlaps the rest of the marquee and even the lights on the left side. You'll use a track mat to confine the text to the black ticker field. To do that, we're going to duplicate the scroll area layer and use its alpha channel. So in the timeline panel, select the scroll area layer right here. Choose edit and then duplicate. You see we now have a scroll area 2. Drag that scroll area 2 up in the layer stack so that it's above the scroll text. So move it right up here. It's above the scroll text layer. Click the toggle switches mode at the bottom, which maybe you didn't need to. Displays the track mat column so we can apply the track mat. Select the scroll text layer. Choose Alpha Mat Scroll Area 2 from the Track Mat pop-up menu. So I clicked right here, Alpha Mat Scroll Area 2. The alpha channel of the layer above is used to set transparency for the scroll text layer so the contents of that layer appear only within the area defined by the scroll area layer. The video switch is automatically deselected for the scroll area 2 layer when you apply the track mat. Deselect all layers and hide everything. So I'm going to hit F2 to deselect everything. Press the home key and put it at the beginning. And press the space bar to preview the animation. See how it looks. Look at there. Amazing. Good time to click File, or let's press space bar to stop it. And now let's click File and Save.